Bonfire has finally reached Master Duel. Oh boy. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Brace yourselves, everybody. It's time for the Master Duel effect, where we watch everybody start to buy out cards because they can now play the Master Duel, and they're like, wow, I can play this IRL. So, the moral of this video today is, now that I want to talk about the Bonfire finally reaching Master Duel, destroying the format that is Master Duel. Even though Snake Eyes was already running the show, I didn't think it was possible to go even further beyond that. And in the current state of everything, just the Snake Eyes problem around the world. Now, Japan currently is the only place that it feels like that the Snake Eyes menace has calmed down, because, well, Japan's already starting to deal with the next stage of power creep, and that's the Duel effect. And I'll talk way more about the Duel effect as we start to see it, shape up a lot more. But being able to splash 5 cards in your main deck, a Spirit, an actual Duel, and 3 Nightmare Thrones, with 3 fusions that literally shuffle themselves back, that then put a negate on the field that then lets you destroy the Spirit to bring out a Duel and a defensive option against your opponent. You caught that all right, but we don't have to deal with that in Master Duel. The TCG doesn't have to deal with that level yet. Actually, I would say at this point in time, I believe the TCG is 2 stages behind in the the awakening of the power creep between Tenpai and then the Duel cycle. And then who knows what Infinite Forbidden still has in store for us. So there's that. Now that Bonfire has touched down into Master Duel, now Master Duel is where I would say the base level of power creep was. It was the last notch. You started to see that, Pablo, and man, has it really been, are we 4 weeks into this format now that we've had Pablo and friends just destroying things and doing, all of this insanity? Yeah, it really has been that long. So the biggest thing I like to say with this is the faster that we get these things released. So now that Master Duel actually has, Bonfire, the faster that the natural power creep cycle can happen. And one of 2 things happen. We either start to limit pieces around it, or we start to see, more people exit the game. Well, I mean, that's a natural given. with power creep comes the inevitable cycle of players leaving. It happens. So naturally, with this, now that it's dropped and you can now experience what the TCG has been experiencing and all of the chaoticness, now we can start to patch the problem as time kind of goes on. So, now on the flip side of this equation, this is always, I think, the most interesting to me, is you are going to see Master Duel inspired buyouts. It amazes me because, actually, it amazes me that people are amazed. I got to correct that there. You have such a silent part of this community that sits in the back, and they don't go to locals, they don't attend these events. You will see these people that, they'll pick up things from this, and Sword Soul was one of those. The return campaign, we saw it with Novelez. I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing these invisible movements towards things like Volcanics, because now people are like, wow, Volcanics are such a cool deck. Now the Bonfire's out, you're going to start to see these little invisible hands start to do their thing. And there are people that you probably will never meet in your lifetime that are picking these cards off of the market because of the Master Duel effect. People want to play, and I don't know why people are so surprised that the silent, crowd over here is picking these cards up to either play with friends. Believe it or not, there are people that do play this game on tabletop with their family, their wives. They invite their friends over on Fridays. What Speed Duel was designed for. It was an out-of-box experience to tap into that silent crowd that's back there. And unfortunately, when you're watching a channel like this, you're looking at like the most competitive spectrum of this game, to dial it back and to look at the casual side of things, And it can be hard sometimes. It can be hard to understand that people, boy's gonna say it, have fun. Fun. Yes. F-U-N. All right. Those are the words that are very hard to understand out here. And yes, just because, Bonfire is this crazy card that is really impacting things, I guarantee you there was somebody on Master Duel day one that had never heard of Bonfire. They went to go play on their first game. Their opponent activated Bonfire, and they're like, wow, that card is so cool. And maybe they had the money to go pick up a play set, just to have it add to their collection. It happens. So, that being said, I know, right? That's so cool that, you could actually see this, but yeah, it is what it is. So now that Master Duel has gotten a taste, I mean, we're going to call it a taste because as filming this, you've only had 2 days with Bonfire to kind of do the thing while we've been in an eternal purgatory dealing with it for the last... You're going to start to see the craziness that goes with it. And now, you can watch your player base start to writhe and complain about it. And I will say it is kind of nice to see that Master Duel's been speeding up the timer with what feels like releases. I believe they were... From the TCG release for this, it felt like it was just a couple of months, like 2 to 3, actually, to get this out there. So I do like the fact that it feels like Master Duel is moving closer and closer to those releases to try to, get things synchronized a little bit more. And, they had the Promethean Princess actually simul-releasing. So there's been some very decent tests on the Master Duel scale to kind of see what they can actually do out here. And I'm very curious. I want to continue to see what they can do with this. Even though I don't play Master Duel hardly at all because there are other things to do in the days other than, getting their chance to sit there and enjoy the game. And I would be massively... I would have had the Masochist series running over here. My entire chat would have probably made me delete my account at that point, be honest with you. It's playing actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Makes me want to uninstall whatever program I'm playing on. So actually playing Master Duel with your audience controlling you, I can only imagine the pain and torture that you would get with this. So, TLDR, hopefully next Tuesday, TCG gets a ban list so we can start to head away from this. I am guessing August. By April 8th, we should be getting reveals. Man, that's going to be a rough week for everybody because you'll have V-Jump reveals. Think about this. April 8th, you should have V-Jump reveals going, again, for news. You'll be getting all the Legacy reveals for this. And then the rest of April, every single day, I think in the midsection, you're probably going to see either something for Infinite Forbidden or something with Legacy. So you've got a lot to... The next upcoming month here, even though the game doesn't look like it's the most exciting to play, you're going to start to see the unfolding of the new, as we're going to call it. And I think that'll be good. So, everybody, welcome to Bonfire Purgatory. Welcome to Snake Eyes. And hopefully, we will see at least one of the formats clean things up. And I'm hoping, obviously, with the next set coming down the pipeline here, we will start to see this cycle kind of do its thing naturally. And by naturally, I mean Konami will address these problematic issues and actually take care of these, because this is kind of getting out of hand. This is not what your player base wants to be dealing with in the cycle of things. And also, this has been one of the most expensive formats we've had in a very long time. I know that argument's still floating around there, was X older format more expensive? Doesn't matter. You still got to spend money now to play the game. And imagine how much people are putting into Master Duel right now just to play this stuff. You spent $1,000 to build the deck IRL and $1,000 in Master Duel? Rich. Wow. Yeah, interesting. Well, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Is anybody else frustrated? Yeah, me too. You guys have a good rest of your day, alright? Patrons! Thank you!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.